My favorite project we called the Shoe Hive. It was entered into the category of custom. It's special to me because during this period, we were just trying to survive the recession and we were getting jobs off of Craigslist. I was moonlighting at night, working on projects. The client for the Shoe Hive was a large family in a townhome. It was a very small space, and they had a specific problem of family gatherings and taking off your shoes at the door, and they wanted a creative and innovative solution in a small space. And what we came up with was a bench that was constructed out of PVC pipe. And so all the openings fit shoes, they fit keys, they fit mail, there's a place for handbags. It was just very practical. And why it was my favorite is it is so relatable that it has now since been blogged about in every country on the website House. The other reason why it's special to me is during that time, the stresses of trying to create work and to photograph it and to publicize it costs a lot of money. I believe the photographer's fee was almost equal to the amount of the design fee.
In this case, investing in the photography for this tiny project, the Shoe Hive, really paid off just in the fact that it gained so much publicity and was blogged about so much and internationally. My favorite project, looking back, is Fluffy Thoughts Bakery. We designed that for an up-and-coming baker who was just coming out of her home. She had been baking, these elaborate wedding cakes for years in her little condo in North Virginia, and she came to us for her breakout space. So we helped her brand the space from an interior standpoint, and I think that the tasting room was kind of my favorite space in that. It was very bridal, very feminine, and just really fun. And that was the first time that we won Brightest Ideas, which is the best in show for all of ideas.
And I remember when we won an award, they gave it for first place in retail, but then they saved the Brightest Ideas for the very end. And when they announced that project and Theresa went up, I remember just being very emotional because it was, what we're going through that time in the economy and during the recession, it was just, it was the first time we knew we were going to be all right as designers, and we can make it work.
I probably was crying when I went up to accept the award because I was very, very pregnant with our third child and very emotional, but that was part of the memories of that project. And I think that at the same time, we didn't really know what was happening. It was such a weird, economy after the '08 housing market crash. There was just a lot of stuff that was uncertain, and to see that at least we were being recognized by our design peers as saying that we could do great work meant that we would keep going. And in my mind, as a very, very exhausted mom who was up at night nursing babies and doing things, it gave me that little bit of a push and the incentive to keep going and keep designing and keep doing what I loved. I think I also usually say that my favorite project is the next one. And it's because we're always excited to see what project type comes in the door, that we've been able to win awards for healthcare, for multifamily, for corporate, for hospitality, and for residential. Just keeps things exciting. I think we both have a little bit of ADD and like to keep things fresh and new from the standpoint of just being able to look to the future. The next project is always my favorite.